So, how do you guys feel about killing people?
I would prefer not to if I don't have to.
I mean, I just think, killing people, there's no reason to unless you have a reason.
Well, I guess to be more specific about it, how do you feel about the death penalty or like the most extreme capital punishment?
I feel like if someone's serving a life sentence, maybe they shouldn't be like sentenced to death, but they should be offered death. No, like low-key, hey.
Like they should be able to make the choice?
Yeah, like if you're doing like 2 life sentences, like, well, what you doing in there? Just sitting there. You eating up food, like.
That's
I mean,
true.
I don't know, dude. I feel like the death penalty be too light sometimes.
Too light?
Really?
Yeah, like if you're out here and you're like a serial, like rapist or some shit like that, then like the death penalty, like you just die and that's it.
You think it's like the easy way out?
It really is the easy way out. It's like, damn, you dead and now justice has been served or something like that. I don't know.
So you'd rather see a guy in jail?
I'd rather see a guy. I don't know, because if I get into what I feel like would be an adequate punishment for something that's that intense, then it's not a good look.
But like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, a big thing is like, if someone kills someone, should they then be killed? Is kind of like the ethical question.
No.
An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't do the whole intro thing. You know how we rock this outrospection thing,
Whole
but
intros.
I feel like it's worth doing some introduction. We have a special guest on here today, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Ray Fuego, Marvin Gordon.
What's up, guys?
He's actually not Ray Fuego anymore because somebody took that name before he got a chance to.
No, they didn't take the name. They just spelled it different.
I feel like Ray Fuego isn't something that's gonna be super common, but I guess it is.
Yeah, it was like.
Yeah, he has Ray like Stingray.
You have no idea. I was on Tidal, and I opened up Tidal and I saw Ray Fuego had released a project, and I was just like, wait a second.
Ray Fuego? The guy that stole my name?
So for those of you who don't know, Marvin is one of my best friends, a close friend of mine. And so because he's a close friend of mine and I am the podcast along with Hayden, he's a close friend of the podcast. So, have him share a couple of his deep, insightful thoughts.
Some slight.
So how's everyone doing today?
Terrible.
I'm slumped.
Actually, I feel great.
It's today they say today is Blue Monday. It's supposed to be the most depressing day of the year.
Oh yeah, that's true, because it's like the coldest and darkest. So like, actually, like I remember, someone said this. I'm not sure if someone I'll fact check myself in this later. But like when it gets colder, and especially like the Monday after daylight savings, is like one of like the highest days for suicide in the U.S. because you lose that hour of sleep, and it makes you like sleep deprived, which kind of like furthers the cycle of depression and stuff like that.
Who's killing themselves because they're sleep deprived? I'm always sleep deprived.
When did we lose an hour?
I don't know. At some point you lose an hour, right?
It's like either the end of daylight. I don't know.
Did that just happen?
I don't know. No, it didn't just happen.
But look,
okay.
if you look up most depressing day of the year on
Marvin's
Google,
like, I forgot to set my clock.
I'm like, for real? I'm like, maybe that's why I'm tired.
So what do we want to talk about, guys?
I think this is a good one because I don't know Marvin's place in this, but I want to talk about how each of our to what extent each of us uses like social media, because I feel like as time goes on, a lot of us use it more, even myself, which we'll get onto later, and Michael uses it.
I think I use social media more than both of you.
I would agree to that.
Extrapolate.
I mean, it depends what you mean by using it, and like which platform too.
I post on Instagram more than both of you.
That is a fact.
All right, well, see now, I'm just gonna take this. I don't use social media or basically at all. Like I use social media in like the way like you're not supposed to, because one, I don't like being advertised to. So like when I'm recommended shit, I've never like clicked on anything that's ever been recommended for me. So like if you like look at YouTube, for example, like I still spend years of my life like clicking not interested on every single thing that's like ever been recommended to me. So like I only see my subscriptions. But that's just YouTube. But like if you look at like my Twitter and shit, like I tweet once in a blue moon. I post on Instagram like once in a blue moon. Like I'm not like active in shit, but like you can kind of like when I want to do like a public thing, or like when I was promoting the podcast, that's on social media. If I want to like talk about my girlfriend in like a public way and like show off and flex and stuff, then I would do that on social media. But like it's still like it's a rare thing for me.
I mean, I just think it depends on what you mean by being active on social media. Like, I haven't posted on my Instagram in like the longest, but like every day I like load it up and I'm sending memes to everybody.
Yeah, you really do be sending me memes all the time, like literally every day.
Tell me it's not heat though.
It's always incredible memes, you know.
If it's not heat, it's not getting
The
sent.
quality of the memes is at its peak.
That's I mean, but like, so like how often do like you post and like stuff?
I like stuff every day, but I don't post it. I think the last time I posted was like, I can't remember. It was definitely last year, but like
it was
early in the year.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So you're like the middle between Michael and I. Were like, I don't like or post things like basically at all, but like I post on occasion, but I never like things unless like I think they're like worthy. I reserve that shit.
I can even fact check when I last posted.
So the real question about social media is social media a good thing or is it a bad thing?
The real question is, how much do you use social media?
How much do I personally use social media? Too much. Actually, I've taken a break from social media a little while ago. I took a several month break. I had Marvin doing my Snapchat streaks.
R.I.P.
He lost on my Snapchat streaks.
You know, I'm also say R.I.P. for the second time. Sorry, not sorry.
You can email them and they'll give you back the streak, right?
Yeah, but
I've done that before, but like you can't do that like a bunch of times.
That's true.
That just seems like a waste of time. Like Snapchat streaks really aren't that important. If
They're
you think
not.
Snapchat streaks are important, then I have to question your priorities in life.
I once got in a past relationship in a huge fight over and after like accidentally not streaking back. It was a big deal.
So Marvin lost on my Snapchat streaks because he fell asleep and had a dream that he sent them.
That's literally what happened.
That's amazing.
Like I was so stressed out in my dream. I was like, y'all can't see it, but I'm over here on my phone and stuff. But yeah, like I really thought that I was sending them.
Mm-hmm. It was crazy. And then people were texting me because I had him doing my streaks for the time that I was off of social media. And then people just started texting me out of nowhere, just like, all our streaks disappeared. What happened to my streak? Da 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 da. So I immediately texted Marvin. I was just like, Marvin, what happened? You had one job.
You know, I think this is actually really funny. I don't think most people know this, but you had one job actually comes from somewhere.
Where does it come from?
It comes from Drake and Josh, specifically the treehouse episode. What ended up happening was Drake and Josh are building the treehouse, and Drake forgets to cut out the door, and they're like locked in the treehouse. And Josh is like, he had one job.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I've seen that episode. Way
Yeah.
back in the day.
I can't immediately recall the episode. They built it around themselves.
Well, they're building a treehouse, and to build a treehouse, you have to be in it. So when they're putting the walls together,
They forgot to put in the door.
yeah, Drake forgot to cut out the door. And like, it's in marker and everything, and just didn't happen. He had one job.
That's an interesting predicament. Shout out Drake and Josh. That's a real solid A1 show.
It is.
No,
Good TV.
Does that ever happen to you guys like a lot? Like you ever dream that you did something? Like one time I dreamed I bought this album. I woke up, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna listen to this album. I'm super excited about it. But like I didn't. So like it's shit like that happens a lot.
I had a dream one time when I was younger that I got a toy, and I was super excited. And then I woke up, and I didn't have the toy.
That's
really sad.
It was a really upsetting day.
No, I find it worrying if you're that obsessed with the toy that you dream about it.
I think it was because it was right about to be Christmas.
Oh, then that's okay. Christmas just makes us all mentally ill.
Yeah, I don't have any distinct memories like that, but I do feel like that's something that happened to me. I can see it
Happening
happening.
Snapchat
We
streaks.
definitely have a
did, yeah.
concrete example of you doing that.
Never mind. Well, I was thinking more so about like being excited. No, same thing. Never mind. Same thing.
You know what the worst thing is when you have a dream that you have to go to the bathroom.
R.I.P.
I've never had a dream about going to the bathroom.
Have you ever had that?
R.I.p. I already know. R.I.p.
We don't need to elaborate. If you've had the dream, then you know what happens in the dream.
If you know, you know.
If you haven't had the dream, then you're a lucky person.
Wake up.
I'm
Wake
lucky.
up.
This is the first time I've ever been lucky at anything. It's a good day for me, guys.
You know, it's actually really funny you're talking about Snapchat because when I think about how I use social media, like, I'm actually a big bum when it comes to social media. Like, I would almost say like I'm a ghost person on social media. Like on Snapchat, I actually skip through most stories, like not even look at them, which is really like I'm exposing myself for whatever. But like I don't even look at them, and I'm actually really bad about responding like timely too.
But I think part of that just comes from the fact that you just move in silence. Like
do.
nobody knows that you're here right now except for us right here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of do. You guys let like the Snapchat like maps thing follow you guys?
No.
Because I'm a culprit of actually stalking people. It's not even like no. Here's the thing. No. Look, here's the thing.
You don't need to run that back.
Okay, let me reword myself. I'm guilty of like looking at the map a little too often, and it's not even that like I'm looking out for people, but like if I know there's a map feature and I'm just bored on Snapchat, like I'm gonna load up the map and see like
where are my friends right now?
I'm gonna be like who has their location on, like where they at, like what they on.
But it's the worst thing when you go on the Snapchat map and you see all your friends are at one place.
No, it's actually really funny.
And you're not there because you're left out.
At school, that happens sometimes. Not even because like they don't invite me, but just because like they move.
Because they were at school and you weren't at school.
Well, no. I'm talking about over at NIU. So like they'll be moving too fast, and I always do my own thing, and sometimes I'll miss out on things. So like for example, like dinner. One time, like I was waiting for people to get back to the dorm so we can all go to dinner. Like, you know, we don't always eat dinner or do stuff together, but typically speaking, if like people are free, we're doing stuff together. And I was waiting for them to hit me up on some like we're going to dinner. And I'm like bored in my room looking at Snap, and I see everyone at the dining hall. So I'm like, no, where y'all at?
That's how you know that you don't have real friends. Insert soundbite from "Real Friends" by Kanye West right there. We're not actually gonna do that.
I don't have the copyright stuff to that.
Yeah, we're not actually gonna insert that song, but that song is basically what we're talking about.
I'll link it in the show notes.
Yeah,
that's my job.
How do we feel about Kanye right now?
I like that he's being quiet right now.
Yeah, that's always that's kind of the good thing. So I'm gonna get into the real shit. This is some real
deep shit.
Real heavy shit.
We all talking real deep to the mouth, mic now.
We all getting real deep with it.
Cereal.
Okay, cereal.
Is cereal a type of soup?
No.
I think cereal is a soup.
Okay, then is ice and water soup?
No, because ice is water.
Yeah, just hard. And again, you could have like vegetables in a vegetable broth soup.
I don't know, dude. What makes a soup a soup?
I feel like a soup needs to be.
But my first thing is, does the soup have to be warm?
No, because isn't gazpacho soup?
That's true. And also, like, you can have cold soup.
Yeah.
Yeah. If soup is in a can and it's not warmed up, is it not soup until you warm it up?
Fine. Does soup have to have broth?
Well, milk will be the broth.
But is milk is
milk broth?
Milk is milk. I don't think milk is broth because milk is like milk.
So what's broth?
Well, broth is like a special mixture of like melted down meats or vegetables and stuff. It's like a mixture of like melted down things. Whereas milk is like you have milk from like cows and then you add your like excess shit that we humans do. But like it's milk. You could have cereal with like actual straight up cow milk.
I know, but at the same time, that's not necessarily. Like, because you have to pasteurize milk to use it.
Not necessarily.
You don't have to.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, but if you don't, you're fucking stupid as shit. All of our Amish fans, to all the Amish fans that are listening to the podcast right now, I want to say I hate you.
Whoa! Okay. That was out. No.
And do you know why I'm so comfortable saying that? Because you're never going to hear it.
Yeah.
Amish people, this is Hayden speaking. I love you. I love all of my brothers and sisters that are human beings. But, I'm not good. If you're listening, please message us because I just want to know why you're listening.
I don't think they're gonna listen or.
And if you're Amish and listening, please tell us.
If you're Amish and listening, then you're a fake Amish person, and you should go fuck yourself.
Also, if you're Amish, you didn't listen and you heard about that, tell us about it too.
Yeah. Send us a letter or some shit. Send us a carrier pigeon. What do y'all think? Do y'all think
don't at Amish people like that. You should apologize. You shouldn't say you hate a people group.
I'm not gonna apologize. What are Amish people gonna do?
They're gonna. I mean, that's so mean.
Who knows Amish people that's telling them what's happening in the world?
I don't care. Like, you still gotta have that positive energy.
You know, actually, I saw a TV show. I don't remember what it was about, but basically, there was a restaurant in like I guess like a mall type of place. But it was like a local market. There we go. And Amish people would actually show up to the market and sell their products or whatever.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, like, while they're over in the supermarket or the, market or whatever, they actually had phones and computers and stuff like that.
Then I had to question how Amish they really are.
When they went home, they put it all up. So, like, I don't know. I feel like it's for business, so, like, it's not them, like, going against being Amish, but at the same time, like, isn't that the whole point
I
of
feel
being
like
Amish?
we really shouldn't get started on Amish theology right here because none of us have any experience in this, and we're not going to be able to say it confidently.
Do any of you guys think that you could go without technology entirely?
No. It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's like going without technology.
I'm not prepared for the apocalypse, guys.
It's like not having a watch. Watch is technically technology.
That's true.
Are you prepared for the apocalypse, Marvin?
I guess so.
Wait, why? How?
I mean, I feel like, it's not ready in the sense that I'm prepared and I got all this water in my basement It's more so like, you know, if it's gonna happen, you know, I'm as ready as I'm gonna get. So I guess I'm already ready.
You know the question, like, when people ask, like, if you were in the apocalypse, what were, like, the 2 things you have? And my answer is always, like, something to, like, end my life with, so I don't have to live through the apocalypse, because that sounds terrible.
Really?
Yeah, because, like, why would you, if you're in this, like, so, like, zombie apocalypse is, like, the go-to for this. Like, why would I want to have all my family and myself eaten alive around me? Why not just end it easily?
I mean, since you're talking about zombies, you can kind of look at it from, like, The Walking Dead. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't kept up with the show in a while,
Neither
but
have I.
I know that, you know, in the zombie apocalypse, like, yeah, it's lonely and stuff like that, but in the show they showed off communities and stuff like that, and, you know, life is different, but it's not unbearable, at least in my eyes.
I don't
Everyone
wanna
is
see-
forced to become Amish.
Basically,
Kinda.
I don't want to watch everyone, like, that I love get eaten alive around me. That sounds terrible.
Y'all want to hear some real shit though?
What?
What's up?
The real way to just take out all of our livelihood right now is to just cut off the power grid.
Weren't we talking about soup?
Cereal's not soup.
Cereal is soup. It's breakfast soup.
If
How-
cereal's soup, then ice and water should be soup too if it's in a bowl.
Will cereal melt and become part of the soup?
Yeah.
It gets soggy.
Yeah.
Will it become part of the soup? Will
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
is the basic makeup of soup? Is the basic makeup of cereal frozen milk?
No.
Well, there you go.
No, but, like, so this is the question. So, like, what makes, so, I think it all ends up in, like, the broth thing. So, like, say milk and broth are similar, would you then say?
If
That-
milk was similar to broth in
If,
the
like, if
sense
we-
that, like, it was a mixture
Mm-hmm.
in that sense, then
Well, what about tomato soup? Because tomato soup is just tomatoes.
Shit. That's real.
it's low-key like a tomato smoothie.
Oh,
It's a
or a
terrible
tomato
thought.
smoothie.
That's what ketchup is.
Nah, because yeah. Do you just be throwing vinegar in your smoothies like that?
Some people do.
Who?
I bet someone.
I mean, I don't know. People eat raw eggs.
Yeah, that's just gross.
They throw that in their smoothies.
Salmonella.
Or raw eggs soup? No, I'm playing.
No, why? Raw eggs are unfertilized chickens. Like,
It is soup because you have a yolk in a broth. No, I'm playing.
no.
If raw eggs are soup, then cereal is definitely soup.
Okay, but I don't think either is soup.
So wait, why do you think cereal is not soup?
It comes down to broth and not necessarily what's in the soup because some soups don't have like anything floating in there.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if you're having real soup, it needs to have some type of broth. And I feel like tomato soup does count as a broth because, you know, it's not just straight up tomato. You didn't throw a tomato in the blender and just like pour it into your bowl. You
Yeah,
prepared it.
but most milk is pasteurized.
We're not talking about pasteurized. We're talking about changing milk into something else. We're changing tomato into tomato soup.
Not really. I mean, they add spices and shit, but that's not.
Are you
really
adding
that.
spices to your milk?
Okay, so what about if you put sugar in the cereal?
No.
Why?
You can add sugar to almost anything.
Yeah, but
That's not-
What do you
that's
add,
not- that's
what
not-
do you
that's
add
not-
to
that's
tomato
not-
soup that makes it not just tomatoes?
Typically speaking, you use like other vegetables than just tomatoes.
Not if it's just tomato soup.
I think it's, I don't know. I'd have to look at a menu somewhere. But I don't think places have straight up tomatoes in their tomato soup. I think it's tomatoes, some seasonings, and some other stuff too. And then removing all that aside, usually there's stuff in the tomato soup too.
Usually.
So,
Yes.
but we can.
I mean, no, wait, no, there's not. What am I talking about? What did I just say? Did I just say usually? No, usually they do not have stuff in the tomato soup. Have you ever had tomato soup, Marvin?
Yeah, a couple times.
When?
I mean, over the years. What do you mean, man?
I have tomato soup when I have my grilled cheese. I dip my grilled cheese in my tomato soup. That's the
fire.
real shit. Oh, you know what I done once? I called it like dinner cereal. It's where I had like tomato soup and I put goldfish crackers into my soup and I ate it like that, like it was cereal almost.
You
Was
know
it
what?
good?
It
Fuck
was
you,
delicious.
Hayden. If tomato soup with crackers in it is dinner cereal, then cereal is breakfast soup.
No.
I just shut down your whole argument. I win. Checkmate, bitch.
Okay, that was Hayden's opinion.
Yeah. I mean,
So Hayden, do you concede that cereal is soup?
no, cereal is not soup. Soup is not
I
cereal.
feel like you guys have this built-in, predetermined belief that cereal isn't soup.
Guys, I figured it out.
Okay,
Cereal
let's
is called cereal because it has cereal grains in it. You put cereal grains in soup.
No,
Rice.
but you put spices in soup.
That ain't fucking cereal.
What I'm saying is that cereal, with as it is presented in a bowl with the milk, is soup.
But you can say you ate cereal just out of if you eat the cereal out of the box.
I'm
That's
saying
actually
that,
how I eat my cereal.
I'm saying yeah, because you don't drink milk.
I
That's
don't
really
drink
why
milk.
Marvin's against this whole thing is because he doesn't drink milk.
I don't drink.
It's because he's anti-milk. That's really the whole reason.
See, now Marvin and I both don't drink milk.
Because you're a vegan.
I'm not a vegan.
Vegetarian?
Yeah, I'm vegetarian.
Really?
Yeah.
How's that going for you?
Going great. It's not
But
that
what I'm
hard.
saying is that like chicken noodle soup, for example, if you take away the soup part, it's still chicken and noodles.
No,
I'm
it's
saying
spaghetti.
It's still chicken and noodles.
But it's not soup.
It's no longer soup.
I'm saying that if we were to call cereal soup, then if we were to call cereal soup, then cereal on its own would just be cereal, and that wouldn't take away from it being soup.
Do people say cereal soup though?
People don't say it because it's a controversial opinion, and people don't like to voice their mind on controversial opinions in public settings.
It's not soup.
It's not soup.
Sorry.
Tell us what you think.
If you think the cereal is soup, let's make a poll. Let's make a poll on the Twitter and
Yeah,
the
sure.
Instagram.
We can do that.
We're gonna have a poll up when this episode comes out on whether or not cereal is soup.
Now, on to the even more important topic. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
What the fuck, Marvin?
Okay. I've actually had this conversation a couple times.
I was so excited to bring you on the show. I was so excited, man. I did lobbying to get you on here. You really gonna do me like that, bro?
Look, I actually talked about this a couple times because I actually find this topic very interesting. And for me personally, I think it just boils down to, orientation, how you comprise your sandwich. I'm using finger quotes. And what's inside of it too.
Hayden, what do you think? Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Y'all are so fucking. Y'all about to get me real heated.
Why do you feel like it's a sandwich?
Why do I feel like it's a sandwich? Because by definition, it's a sandwich.
What definition?
A sandwich is meat in between two pieces of bread.
Yeah,
Peanut butter and jelly?
Huh?
Peanut butter and jelly?
It's a sandwich.
Where's the meat?
Fuck. Sandwich is a sandwich is a different food between two pieces of bread.
Yeah, but it's not. But a
Has to
hot
be two
dog.
pieces?
Hot dog's one piece of bread just cut in half.
I'm saying that if you were to
Well,
take
okay,
a piece of bread, put peanut butter and jelly on it, and fold it in half, would it be a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
But so is it's like a burrito a sandwich?
Yes.
A burrito is not
No.
a sandwich.
Yes.
They
Yes,
come from
it
different
is. So is
places.
a quesadilla.
I'm about to pull it up right now because I've actually talked about this so much. I found out that there's like a sandwich spectrum online.
A hot dog.
I did. No,
It's
okay.
on the spectrum like shit.
Yes.
While he's doing that, a hot dog is not a sandwich because it's just like one. A sandwich, I feel like there has to be the forces going up and down on it, right? So like it's in between the two, right?
Because what about sandwich cookies?
Sandwich cookies.
Sandwich cookies.
I don't know what a sandwich cookie
An
is.
Oreo.
Oh, an Oreo?
They're marketed as a sandwich cookie.
That's a sandwich cookie. It's not a sandwich.
I think it's a sandwich.
It's a sandwich cookie. So you use the term sandwich cookie, not just said an Oreo sandwich.
Yes, but sandwich cookie. Look, if you say sandwich cookie or cookie sandwich, it's still the same thing. What about an ice cream sandwich?
That's an ice cream sandwich.
I don't feel like that's a sandwich.
They call those sandwiches.
It's
though,
an
don't
ice
they?
cream sandwich. I wouldn't say an ice cream sandwich is just a sandwich.
Okay, I don't know if Hayden's gonna link a picture in the description or anything like that, but I actually have the picture up, and I'm gonna pass my phone around so everyone can see it.
Okay, so wow,
They really went out loud.
they got the whole D&D grid and everything.
Look, it's a thing. People talk about it.
Radical sandwich anarchy. A Pop-Tart is a sandwich.
They have a D&D alignment chart for different types of breaded foods and stuff. Well, not breaded foods, but foods in between stuff. Man, they have this thing. I'm gonna link this, so I'll
Link that in the description. That's the conversation.
Yeah, it would probably help if you were looking at it while we're talking about it.
Yeah, if you're hearing this and you're somewhere where you can view the link, review
Pop-Tart.
the photograph.
A Pop-Tart's a real argument. But see, now
That's a real intense argument.
Because then, like, a Pop-Tart isn't too different from a Hot Pocket.
that's true.
A hot pocket is a sandwich.
I don't feel like it's a
I don't
sandwich.
feel like it's a hot. We call it a hot pocket for a reason, not a hot pocket sandwich.
So let me just get this straight, because I keep hearing this thing with the soup thing and with the sandwich thing. So you're saying that if we colloquially call it a sandwich or we colloquially call it a soup, that's what defines it as a soup?
Yes and no.
I call
Yes and
bullshit.
no. Yes and no.
It all depends on context because, like, subs, like Subway. Like, they call them a sandwich, but, like, they're also subs, like Subway.
That's true. But it's a sub sandwich.
On top of that,
It's a sandwich.
I've mentioned multiple things that have sandwich in the title: sandwich cookies, ice cream sandwiches, that you guys refuse to acknowledge as part of the sandwich family, and I think that's not fair.
I think they're similar, but they're not the same.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No,
All right.
How so?
Let's just run through the
How
list.
so?
because it's a hot dog.
Here, let's run through the list.
Mhm.
Okay, traditional sandwiches. Can we agree that that's a sandwich?
A traditional sandwich is a sandwich. A sandwich
Yes,
is a
that's a
sandwich by
sandwich.
definition.
Yeah, the example that you have here is a BLT sandwich. Okay.
A BLT sandwich is a sandwich.
BLT is like the magnum opus of like examples of sandwiches.
Yeah, it's the poster child for sandwich. It's the proverbial sandwich.
All right, so the next one, going to the right of it, is anything between two pieces of bread a sandwich?
No,
Yes.
I would say no. You can put ice between sandwich.
that doesn't.
And
Make
it
any
would be an ice sandwich. What is it with you and ice? Do
Well, no,
you think ice just immediately makes something out of the like?
all I'm saying is like you. Okay, let's remove.
You
ice.
could put bread between two pieces of bread, and then we'll call it a bread sandwich.
That's just bread.
That's a
That's
stack
just
of
a
bread.
loaf of bread.
That's a stack
I'm
of
saying
bread.
it would have to be a different bread.
So
but
wait,
yeah.
no. Is a stack of like waffles or pancakes like a pancake or waffle sandwich?
I think you're getting a little crazy with it.
That's
No,
the
'cause
same
look,
thing.
Look, because like if you put syrup on your pancakes and you have a stack of pancakes.
How would you eat that though?
Like a pancake
Would you pick
stack?
up the two pieces of pancake or waffle and eat them like that? I've
Some
made
people do.
sandwiches. I've
Most
made
people do
sandwiches
that.
with waffles before.
That's true. A waffle, that like a waffle ice cream sandwich thing.
Well, here, let's approach it a little different.
I've made sandwiches by putting butter and jelly in it
Butter and jelly.
in between two Eggo waffles.
When I was little,
I've
I'll
also
count
put
that as a
bananas.
sandwich.
Huh?
I would count that as a sandwich.
There you go.
when I was little, we didn't have peanut butter in my house, and
Because you were allergic to it.
I was allergic to it when I was little. I wasn't really allergic to it, but my sister was, so they were like cautious with me and stuff. And I would have jelly and cheese sandwiches, so we'd have jelly and like a piece of Kraft cheese. It wasn't that bad. Try it.
No, I don't know about that one.
People, try it. Just try it.
Have y'all ever had raisin bread?
Raisin what?
Unfortunately, yes.
Raisin bread.
You don't like raisin
You
bread?
don't like raisin bread?
Well, I'm thinking about straight up raisin bread.
Raisin
what is
cinnamon.
straight?
Raisin and cinnamon, I can work with that if it's toasted.
Raisin cinnamon. I'm like,
So that's
it's like
that's the kind of bread I'm talking about. I've had a tuna melt on that before.
Really? How's
that's
that?
disgusting.
It was actually like it seemed disgusting going into it. You know, I wasn't really hyped up for it, but it actually was kind of fire.
All right, here's some real combinations. When I was little and we go to McDonald's, right, I would get like the chicken nuggets and I dip them in the caramel that came with the apples.
You are a weird little shit, Hayden.
That is not weirder than eating tuna sandwich with cinnamon raisin bread.
Okay, does the bread, using air quotes, does the bread matter? Does it have to be bread?
It depends.
Yeah, I'd say it has to be bread.
Would you count a waffle as a bread?
No,
Yes.
because it's a waffle.
But you can make a sandwich with waffles.
But then but I wouldn't say it's a traditional sandwich.
Just because it's not a traditional sandwich doesn't mean it's not a sandwich.
Okay, what about when you go to like McDonald's and you get like your sausage biscuit? That's a sandwich.
That's a biscuit. So like when in my head when I think of a sandwich, I'm not gonna think of like an Oreo or a waffle sandwich or an ice cream sandwich or like a whatever at McDonald's, right? I'm thinking of like a straight up sandwich between two pieces of sliced bread.
I think that I think that you are limiting yourself within your thinking.
But like I still enjoy the other things more than I enjoy sandwiches. I just say they're not. I just say
I think that
I
you're limiting
categorize
your
them differently.
I think you're limiting your thinking.
I think you're a pain in the ass.
I don't know, just looking off the chart, like you saying that a sub is a sandwich, but not like a waffle sandwich. That's kind of conflicting. Because what's the difference between a waffle and a sub? Because a sub isn't necessarily like two pieces of bread, like how you said.
That's true, but a waffle.
If you have a piece of lunch meat and a piece of cheese, and you put them on a piece of bread and you fold the bread in half, is it still a sandwich? Hayden, if you say yes, then I'm going to call bullshit on everything you said
I don't
before.
think it's a sandwich.
Okay,
You
well,
what the fuck?
Actually-
Then what is it, Hayden? Please,
So
please
take one
indulge
bit-
me. What is it?
I'm gonna ask you to get rid of this negative energy before I answer.
It's all love. You know I love you, Hayden.
Anyway,
Kanye West. It's all love, man.
Kanye West was really going off on Drake. It's all love, but like, don't follow my wife on Instagram though.
All love.
Everyone follows Kim Kardashian.
I
on
don't follow.
Instagram.
I don't follow Kim Kardashian on Instagram.
Because you're Hayden. Do you follow Kim Kardashian on Instagram, Marvin?
I don't know if I do, but I feel like I would.
Yeah, same.
Why?
It's just because it's just kind
Actually,
of like
I know I do because I see your stuff in my feed.
it's kind of like the thing that it's like you don't really think about it. You don't. It's not like you actively make the decision. I'll almost go as far as to say that if I didn't really think about it and I didn't really like dive into and consume it mentally, I would assume that Instagram just already pre-follows Kim Kardashian.
I kind of see it as like, with what I see as pop culture and what I like to surround myself with. She falls in line with that. With what I listen to, what I watch.
It's not about caring about Kim Kardashian. It's just about the fact that Kim Kardashian is,
Present.
parallels the kind of things that are the kind of things that I kind of be into. I like Kanye. I like rap music. I like stuff like that. And Kim Kardashian just kind of happens to be around that,
Yeah.
indisputably.
Well, that explains it then.
What were we talking about again? Sandwiches?
Yeah, if you fold a piece of bread in half, is it a sandwich?
It is a sandwich. Marvin, what do you think?
I actually don't do that. I actually cut it. I cut it so I can like have 2 pieces. Me personally.
I do too, but I'm saying that if you didn't cut it, would that make it not a sandwich?
I would still call it a sandwich, but I
Then
wouldn't
a hot
feel-
dog is a sandwich.
You didn't let me finish. But I don't feel comfortable calling it a sandwich.
The fuck? Why?
Okay,
It's a
this is
hot
why
dog.
I don't think a hot dog is a sandwich. It has to do with its orientation, on top of the fact of like the shape of the hot dog itself. So like, let's say we split the bun of a hot dog into 2 pieces, and then we cut the hot dog in half vertically, and then we laid them down next to each other vertically on the bun, and then put the 2 pieces back together. I would then call that a sandwich.
That's called eating a hot dog like an asshole.
I would call it a hot dog sandwich.
Shit.
That's me personally though. But if it's a whole hot dog and a whole hot dog bun, I'm not calling it a sandwich.
The fuck?
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't know. A hot dog. I'm gonna go ahead and call a hot dog a sandwich.
Okay.
Do you think
well,
tacos are sandwiches then? Because
Dude.
Okay, look at it
if,
like
a,
this.
if a burrito is a sandwich, then a taco is definitely
You said a
a
burrito
sandwich.
was a sandwich.
I'll call a taco a sandwich.
Really?
I'll put a taco. I'll call a taco in the sandwich family. It's in the same genus.
But would you still call it a sandwich?
Yeah.
Because here's my line of thought. You know, back to the.
What about a
pizza.
soft taco?
A soft
That's
taco.
exact- that was what I was
A soft
referring to.
taco is more of a sandwich than a hard shell taco.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
But what about an Oreo? An Oreo has a hard shell.
I've already been said that Oreos are sandwiches.
Would you say that ice cream taco is a sandwich?
Yes.
Wow.
If I'm calling a taco a sandwich, then ice cream taco by definition will also be a sandwich.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't really care enough about this.
I don't think any of us do. It's really fun to get infuriated about things.
Yeah, I don't know why I
we're-
got upset.
I got
Not
one last
invested
question
in that.
before we let this go.
Mhm.
Okay, Michael, you order a pizza, right? You happen to fold it in half.
Yes.
Is that now a sandwich?
Yes.
So the act of folding something in half typically means you calling it a
The
sandwich.
ingredients will then fall between two layers of bread.
See, now for everyone at home, I just want to paint this picture. As soon as Michael said yes to that, Marvin's eyes got bigger than the rest of his head. He was just so surprised.
He was just like, "What?"
He was like, "This guy can't actually think this right." It was.
I'm
great.
very liberal with what I will call a sandwich.
Putting rice between 2 slices of bread.
rice.
Rice? Yes.
I'd call that a sandwich though.
Why wouldn't you call it a sandwich?
Yeah.
I mean, you would, but it's like.
Like, what else would like?
I call
like,
it disgusting 'cause it's just so bland.
Assuming
but, like,
that, I mean, I'm sure you would put something on
that's
the
just like
rice.
Spanish rice.
But like,
That'd be good.
only I mean, like, assuming that a rice sandwich is the thing, what would that look like to you, Marvin?
2 pieces of bread. And you got some rice up in the middle.
Spanish rice.
There you go. I would take some West Indian rice in there too.
At the same time.
No, I'm saying.
Okay, good. Just clear.
I would take some West Indian rice and put it. Actually, that sounds like fire.
We're making this into a culinary podcast, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Outrospection, the cooking show.
We should do that.
No, fuck no.
We should make a cake and just record us.
I only know how to make potatoes. What do we?
I can make the cake. You can help.
All I would know how to do is make potatoes. We would start making a cake and it would end up being potatoes.
That's sad. You put it in the oven. What? Potato.
You're gonna really disappoint your wife someday.
It's like the cartoon. It's like I saw a cartoon one time where the character had all these clothes. He just bought it and he went to the closet and came out and was just wearing the same shit that he always been wearing.
You're gonna disappoint your wife or some shit someday. You're gonna be like making. She's like, oh, could you make some like food or some shit?
got you with
She's
some
gonna ask you to
potatoes.
make some cereal.
Every time I make potatoes, I take a picture of it and send it to somebody. Like, get you a man who can cook.
Only potatoes though.
A straight boiled potato.
You know my secret. I've been exposed.
No, but so.
I've been caught lacking.
Hey! Can you make me some cereal? Comes back with some fucking potato.
I mean, I started making cereal, right?
And then I
don't know
realized
what
I just
happened.
wanted potato soup.
See, what had happened was I started making a cereal, right? And I started cutting up the potato.
Wait, here's a question. So if you boil water and put potatoes in it, is it soup?
Would you eat it like that? Would you eat the water with the potatoes?
Depends how much the potatoes got.
Would you take the finished product out, the water and the potatoes, get a spoon and eat it like that?
Would we do that to milk?
Yes, that's how you eat soup. That's how you eat cereal.
You saying that you get yourself a bowl just to drink milk?
No,
With the spoon.
I'm saying
with the
that,
spoon.
no, but I'm saying that the broth by itself in a soup doesn't make it soup.
I think that's the most important part.
I'm saying that the
Yeah.
broth by itself doesn't make it soup. If it's the kind of
Oh.
soup that's like,
Well, you're
like,
talking about tomato soup then.
I say the broth.
okay,
is
yeah,
what
but
makes the
tomato soup is different.
No, you can't say that.
Fuck y'all. Honestly, fuck y'all.
All
right, I feel like we got a little bit intense there. I just wanted to cool down and just say I love both of you. You know, you guys are very, 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 very.
Mm-hmm.
I care very deeply about both of you in the most platonic way I can possibly make it.
All right, I want to talk about this because this is probably one of the this recurrent experience in my life that I haven't gone through in a while. Okay. Is probably some of the most terrifying, like emotionally straining things, and it's called getting your hair cut.
Wow. No, that's real. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go through what I feel like when I get my hair cut. I haven't got my hair cut in a while because I've started cutting my own hair. So like I got my own like.
I see, and it looks clean.
Yeah. Well,
I gotta give you kudos for that.
Now it doesn't because I'm actually growing my hair out. But I got this like, I can't think of the term.
Clippers.
Clippers, yeah. Thank you. I was having a senior moment, and I just like I'd go through the sides of my head, make it sure it's all nice cut, and like it was a 1 inch on the side, and then I'd be done because I just let my top grow out, kind of like how it is. It's kind of how it is now, and that really is because I got so terrified every time I went to like the barber shop or somewhere because they can really fuck up your hair if you're not paying attention, and like I get super nervous when I go in because I've had like those bad experiences where they're like oopsies.
Wait, what barbers are you going to?
That are just
like great clips and shit.
You see, that's thing.
That's where the problem is. You go into Super Clips.
The thing about it, right, is that for a lot of black people, I'm not going to say for black people in general, for a lot of black people, the barbershop is kind of like
the cornerstone of the community.
It really is. You know, I know that I never have that experience going to the barbershop. I always know that even if the barber doesn't give me exactly the shit that I want, that I'm going to walk out looking clean.
Yeah. Unless you're going to a bad barber.
Well,
if I'm going to a bad barber and I'm consistently feeling like it's a coin toss, then I need a new barber.
Exactly.
But see, now the thing is, like, mine's more like a convenience, like economically and like location. So I go to like, I'm not gonna walk out looking like an idiot, but I'm gonna walk out looking like I'm 40 years old.
I definitely drive 30 minutes to get a haircut.
I drive farther than that sometimes.
It's like I need to trust a whole bunch of things about the barber.
But my hair grows back too fast for me to be able to think that's a good use of my time because like in 2 weeks my hair's back to the way it was before.
Really?
Yeah.
I get a haircut every 2 weeks.
But how? That's expensive.
Yeah, but it's worth it. I mean, I'm very much care about making sure that my hair looks good because I noticed that I'm more confident when I get a haircut.
That's true.
Marvin.
Look, if I get a haircut, don't talk to me because I'm gonna be talking all types of crazy to you. Like I'll be feeling myself to the max. Like I'm not gonna self snitch, but yeah.
No, I agree. I feel with what you're saying because like if I have like a bad hair day,
it's like I'll be the most stressed out person. And I'll go to the barbershop, get my haircut, and I'll walk out just like hello.
It's your man.
Tell everybody, come here.
I go straight from the crackhead from Dave Chappelle when I go into the barbershop and I walk out and I'm doing the Old Spice commercials. You know that I can't be making some of the moves that I've been making without a haircut.
That's true. Should I grow out my hair?
No. It's actually really interesting. My cousin, he recently cut his hair, and I don't feel any type of way about him cutting his hair because my hair's long too. But every time he would talk about him wanting to cut his hair, I'm like, hey man, like look, it's never gonna be this long again. And after he got it cut, he's like, yeah, I'm never growing it out again. It's not even because he didn't like it, but just the investment.
For those of you who don't know, Marvin has incredibly long hair.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty long.
So Marvin, how do you think you would feel cutting your hair?
If I cut my hair, I'd never grow it to the length that it is right now. I'd probably get like the black clean cut, if I'm being straight up.
I'm currently growing the top of my hair out. Just like pretty much everyone here right now. Yeah. Everyone in the room is growing their hair out. I'm growing the top of my hair out, the part that I have dyed. If any of you know what I look like, I'm growing that out as part of this spiritual journey right now.
I'm growing my hair out because I've had like I like to keep my life moving forward, especially with how I look. I like to change my appearance every so often.
It's just so much versatility in having long hair that you don't really get with short hair. When you have short hair, you can brush it or not brush it.
You can get waves.
You can get waves or you can not get waves. Those are your options.
That's pretty much it.
My hair. So if I took my current hair and I didn't wash it for a week, it'd be like a lot curlier. But so like if I have longer hair, I feel like it might reflect like my curls. So like my mom and I both have naturally like actually curly hair, but when we wash it, it like kills it and makes it straight.
You know, it's actually really funny talking about long hair and curls because my hair has progressively gotten straighter the longer it's gotten.
That's really interesting. Mm-hmm. I do remember that though, because when your hair was shorter, it was a little bit shorter. It's like
it was curly.
It was real curly. It was like real curly. And then recently, your hair is just like
Wavy almost.
It's like barely curly.
Yeah, I don't know. My speculation is my hair is so long that it started to get heavy and just like pulling on the curls.
It forgot how to be curly.
It was just like too heavy to curl.
Have you ever straightened your hair?
No.
Would you ever straighten your hair?
I don't see myself straightening my hair.
Big perm?
No. No.
The Jerry curl?
No.
That's so glow.
You know, when he said that, this picture of A$AP Rocky with his hair straightened, popped to mind. And
Is
I'm
it A$AP Rocky or Travis Scott?
A$AP Rocky.
Oh, really?
He had his hair straight for whatever reason one day. It wasn't braided, and I'm like, no, I couldn't do that.
Have you seen the picture of Travis Scott with his hair straight?
I haven't. I don't think I want to.
Oh my God, that picture is terrible.
I don't know. The problem is, and what I'm really worried is because I have it, like clean, like shortcut on the sides and back, but it's longer on the top, is that in between period of like
that was tough.
Where it's not long enough and it's just gonna be like spiking out right here.
You know what? It's actually really sad. I'm actually about to make a confession. My cousin, the one who just cut his hair, I didn't want to tell him this, but he was actually just getting over that first awkward stage hump, and I was a little sad to see him cut it because, like,
because it's like you went back a few steps.
Yeah, because I feel like one of the first awkward humps is getting your hair long enough to be able to use a hair tie. I feel like that's like after you get a hair tie, you can be like, okay, my hair's kind of long now. Mm-hmm. He was able to use a hair tie, and give it like another like 2-3 weeks, maybe a month. Like it would actually be looking decent because when he would do it originally, it would be like the hair tie would be wrapped around his hair like 4 different times, and it'd be super tight. And there's only like 5 strands of hair in there because like it's not long enough. But he barely got over that hump and then he cut it. Very unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's a real sad story.
Killed in its prime.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
He looks clean though. Yeah.
You gotta look clean. That's really what it boils down to.
I don't know what haircut I would get if I wasn't gonna have the one I have now, because I don't want to look like I'm 40-year-old and like some shit like that.
And that's actually another interesting thing too. I don't really pay too much mind. Like I have my hair up most of the time, just because like when it's down, it's in my face and in the way. It's actually been about 2 years since I've been growing out my hair, and whenever I think about it, like I don't ever think about it being that long. But when I think back to it, it's like, wow, this is 2 years of hair right here.
And then like that can be just gone.
Gone.
It's kind of scary.
A little bit.
Looking at how do you guys feel about facial hair?
I feel like
I feel like you have to know what facial hair is right for your face.
That's true.
I feel like if you can't grow it, you should shave it.
That's true.
I feel like every facial hair also has awkward stages though.
It definitely does.
Everyone has had their like Fisher Price, my first mustache kind of thing.
Everyone's had pubic hair on their face for a minute.
I actually remember this specifically. This is I'm not gonna expose nobody, but I was in pre-calc 2 years ago, junior year, and this dude was going in on this other classmate. He's like, "Bro, be quiet. Like you have pubes on your face. Like who's trying to talk to you?" And like I just thought back to it because like that was low key me too, and I'm like, wow, like people out here slaughtering feelings.
Mm-hmm. it's a stage everyone goes through.
It's a real thing that you have to go through. That's part of life. That really if we want to get real existential with it, that's really a part of life, is going through and getting past the awkward hump. All of us are good at something. And we weren't always good at that thing. When I started making music, my first songs, they're still up. Don't link them.
I want to link them real bad.
Don't link them. My first songs were terrible. Then when I started, I just kept making music. It started getting better, and it started getting better in quality and better in sound. Everything is a learning process. Everything is a growing process. And when we talk about hair, hair is a growing process.
The way I didn't know hair grows, guys. Thanks for enlightening me on
No,
that.
like literally hair, like as a metaphor for growth. And I feel like that's a good place to kind of end us off on a high note. I feel like as a metaphor for growth, hair is like the way that we express ourselves to the world, the way that we put ourselves out. And there's trials and tribulations in figuring out how we're going to do that. But I remember someone once told me something that really resonated with me, that it's okay to be where you are, but it's not okay to stay there. And I think that's an important way to really look at things.
What if you like where you are?
Well, comfortability with where you are is one thing, but there's another thing to be stagnant. You should always be trying to be better than where you are right now.
Just like we talked about.
And if you like where you are, try and figure out the best way to continue your current state. But to just be where you are, comfortable or not comfortable, to not continue to be moving forward and to not continue to be moving forward. Like sharks sharks swim forward, and if they stop swimming forward, then they die. And I really think that's
Not all
kind
sharks,
of how.
but
It's a thing, though.
it's a thing. Yeah.
I really think that's how we move as people. That's how we move through the world. You know, if we stagnate, if we get stuck somewhere, the longer we stagnate, the harder it is for us to continue to move forward.
Real question: if you took a bowl haircut and flip it upside down, and you put super cereal in it, does it still super cereal?
And that's outrospection, everyone. We're done.